ये है यूं जज्बा देखते रहिए
Stern warning to Pakistan. The White House has said that it is keeping all options on the table to deal with Pakistan if it does not take decisive action against the Taliban and the Haqqani network and also dismantle their safe havens. Now, the warning has come after the US has suspended about $2 billion in terms of security aid to Pakistan for failing to clamp down on terror groups. So this is the latest development in terms of the US administration talking tough over the last few days. Remember, the trend, of course, started after the review of the South Asia policy in the month of August last year, where Donald Trump had come out and said that Pakistan must put its money where the mouth is and must act against terror groups which operate out of its soil. And also what we saw is that in recent days, the United States did indeed suspend $255 million in terms of aid. And now this is the latest announcement where it has said that all options are on the table. And also for more on this, we are joined in by Mr. Anil Tringunayat, who is the former ambassador to Jordan. Mr. Tringunayat, this is the United States now talking tough, stating that all options are on the table. What does this actually mean in diplomatic parlance to say all options are on the table in the context of Pakistan?
Yes, that is very true, and I think it is the logical thing that first time the United States is trying to do against Pakistan. So far, they have just been holding on to the aid and providing it later on, putting it in an escrow account. But recently, what Pakistan is now under tremendous pressure to deliver, especially as far as the Haqqani network people are concerned. The US has already provided a list of 23 leaders and told them to hand them over. Which, if they don't do it, Pakistan, they have told them that they will go in themselves and try to annihilate those people. And therefore, Pakistan currently is under tremendous pressure. And we hope that, because they are now complaining of the shifting goalposts and all that, which I believe that they are really jittery about it, and they will be able to deliver, and they might come around if China does not continue to support them beyond the point.
Right, just to probe this point a bit further, are you suggesting that it is possible that the United States may do what it did in the case of Osama bin Laden? They sent in a team to take him out. So these Haqqani network individuals, 26 of them, that the United States want Pakistan to hand over. If Pakistan refuses to do so, then the United States could actually launch an operation of the kind that was done to take Osama bin Laden out.
They have already said so, and I have no doubt that if worse comes to this, they will definitely go ahead and take it, because that is currently the situation in Afghanistan is also deteriorating. It's also do and die for them. I mean, they cannot continue to have the same kind of situation forever. And where Pakistan is supporting and diffusing their efforts to contain terrorism and fighting the warfare.
And also, what role do you think Pakistan will now play? Because it's been very smart in terms of trying to deflect attention away. Every time the United States acts tough, what it does is it does two things. One, it cozies up towards China. And secondly, it also starts making some murmuring noises about individuals like Hafiz Saeed. So now, do you think Pakistan will really clamp down, or will we see something like a cosmetic sort of an action being taken against individuals like Hafiz Saeed?
Well, frankly, Pakistan has been a master in cosmetic surgery, and that's what they try to do all the time. But I believe that this time it's a bit different, and I think the US is a little bit more serious than before. Of course, I mean, they will also not push them beyond the point, but I think insofar as these threats are concerned from the US, they will have apparently some desiring impact. And Pakistan, of course, China also cannot go beyond the point, because they're also suffering from terrorism themselves.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to question of terrorism, the China cannot be very overtly supporting against the United States or the international community.
Right, Mr. Anil Tringunayat, do continue to stay on with us. Meanwhile, I'm also told that we are joined in by Mr. Imtiaz Gul from Islamabad, who is a senior journalist. Mr. Gul, how do you read this warning of the United States, where the White House has said that all options are on the table? This is for the first time that language of this nature is being used against Pakistan because of its inefficiency in dealing with terror.
Well, I think there was nothing unexpected coming from a person like Donald Trump, who is subject of controversy and outrage at home as well. So having said that, obviously a country that this sole superpower could have multiple options against a smaller country. But then they also shall have to think that that smaller country is not Myanmar, is not a push away like Myanmar or Bangladesh or Sri Lanka. It's a nuclear-armed country which has an active force.
The point which is perhaps being made, Mr. Gul, if I could just interrupt you there. You know, what the United States wants is that Pakistan should hand over those 26 individuals of Haqqani network. And if Pakistan does not do it, then the United States may actually send in some of its elite commandos, like they did in the case of taking out Osama bin Laden, and try to take them off in that manner. Do you think that's a possibility?
Well, I mean, the possibility is always there, but let them exercise that option, and that when we will see how Pakistan responds to that. I still believe that in the case of Osama bin Laden, Pakistan was not aware. However, they had granted this permission for this operation on the Pakistani soil just because the United States officials probably had told them that there is a high-profile target here. So we'll see if it came to that, how Pakistan responds.
Right. And also my question to you, Mr. Gul, will be, how do you see the relationship with Pakistan going forward? Pakistan and the United States, in the last 6 months, the relationship has been clearly going downhill. Pakistan had always believed that it was a sort of an indispensable ally of the United States in the war against terror. Do you think that relationship is now over?
I think international relationships are never over. They are driven by needs, they are driven by strategic considerations. And if I were to quote former U.S. Special Envoy for Pakistan and Afghanistan, Richard Olson, he also believes that despite all the options that the U.S. has, Pakistan still holds the key to conflict resolution in Afghanistan. So regardless whatever the U.S. says, it will not be easy to push away Pakistan or exclude it. The way the United States has excluded Iran from any conversation on Afghanistan,
right,
basically raises questions, doubts about the real intent of the U.S. administration and its security establishment as to how could they secure peace in Afghanistan by excluding one of the two strategic neighbors of that country.
Right, we'll have to leave there. Thank you very much indeed to Mr. Imtiaz Gul and also to Mr. Anil Trigunayat for having joined us on the broadcast. Now, this is an open thread that's been given by the United States. All options are on the table, and it now remains to be seen as to how Pakistan responds to this.
ये है न्यूज़ एज़ देखते रहिए।